Hey everyone, Kaiser here for another video. What if I told you that the games you love could vanish forever? Well, buckle up, because gaming preservation is in shambles, everyone. Today we're diving into a hot topic that's been shaking the gaming community to its core. It's honestly another dark day for us gamers who care about game preservation. If you haven't heard, the U.S. Copyright Office has announced that they will not be granting a new exemption to the support of gaming preservation. They made it clear that while emulation itself may not be illegal, the act of downloading the ROMs, those files that contain the games or the software without the permission from the copyright owner, is considered copyright infringement. This has sparked a lot of debate amongst the community, and I'll be honest, going off script here, this really fucking sucks. Stuff is just crumbling down, and I really don't know how to take it. I'm scared for the future of game preservation, emulation, and God, everything at this point. We own nothing and we'll be happy. Anyway, it's a tale as old as time. The conflict between copyrights of abandoned software and the vital need for digital preservation, along with how complex fair use can be. Imagine a cult classic of a game or software that you can no longer be found physically and in digital stores. It's forever lost in the abyss of forgotten media. Abandoned software sits untouched, trapped by the chains of the copyright law. Pieces of digital history will fall into the void due to its creators no longer selling or being supported by their creation. To illustrate what's truly at stake here when it comes to game preservation, let's talk about two games that holds a special place in my heart. Played them since I was a little girl. Alurka 7 Volume 1 for the PS2. The game isn't just another title. It's a beautifully crafted experience that I fucking loved growing up. Played the first one and the second one. It's its own story of Alurka 7 with its unique mechanics that immerse you into the world. There's mech fighting, there's the schooling, there's, the waveboard races. It's, oh my god, I loved it. And here's the kicker: this game has never been remastered. There's not been like a new port or anything since its release. If we don't act now to preserve these classics, they could forever be lost in the sands of time, leaving future gamers without the chance to experience. There's plenty of new Alurka 7 fans that have never ever played Alurka 7 Volume 1 and 2 for the PS2, and that's so fucking tragic. And then we have another cult classic, Zatch Bell Mamoto Battles for the GameCube and PS2, a gem that many fans of the anime cherish. This game was so fun. An anime arena fighter that follows the storyline very well. Hell, on the PS2 emulator, a lot of people have did a competitive multiplayer market for it type of thing. Like, there's still an experience. There's a Discord that you can fight other people in, and it's really great that some people has preserved this fucking game, because I remember playing it with the boys back when I was like 8 or 9 years old. We were playing this, and it was only maybe 3 or 4 of us, because again, Zatch Bell wasn't that popular. Getting people to come over your house was kind of hard, but not that hard. But now you can join the Discord, you can fight with so many people, and this game is still active in a way, and it's all because of emulators. The original software, you can't play with other people online, so it's really cool that we got to capture this essence of a show. This game offered a fun and competitive multi-experience that captured the essence of the show. If we could ever see this game on Alurka 7 getting a remaster or a port, it would be really great. But honestly, without emulation, these games could forever fade into the abyss. We'll never see these type of games again, because they won't be remastered, they won't be ported, and now they're trying to take it away from emulation. And it's a really sad day. It's a really sad day. I don't know what's gonna happen in the future. These titles represent more than just games. They're pieces of our cultural digital heritage. If we don't prioritize preserving them, who's to say what we'll lose in the future? We can use so many more games. We can use Sonic Adventure 2 Battle and 1, fucking The Sims busting out. There's so many cult classics of a game that we've grown up with that we could probably never see again. And that's scary. If we don't get a remaster or a port, we won't be able to play them. It's ridiculous that, you know, you're expected to buy like an old GameCube and a few games at a local swap meet for a small fortune, while the developers see none of that money. They want us to do that, yet, you know, but downloading a ROM from a game that's collecting dust in the digital vault is frowned upon, and I just don't understand why that is. How does that make sense? You know, if we buy it for a small fortune, the developers won't see any of that. But for some reason, that's okay in their book. So you want me to spend $200 or more on a GameCube and some games that you won't see anything? It's honestly baffling to me to see that the Nintendo Museum is using emulators while they crack down on fans trying to preserve digital history. It's flabbergasting. You know, say it with me. Rules for thee, but not for me. They know emulators are useful, yet they're trying to figure out a way to squeeze our pockets dry. That's it. These multi-million-dollar companies' greatest sin is greed. That's all it is at the end of the day. Companies like Rockstar has made their money. They're a large empire. They have the infinite money cheat code. Let's be honest here. They can give us anything. A brand new game, or a remaster, or a port of the GTA game series, Bully, Red Dead Redemption, LA Noire, Max Payne, Manhunt. They could easily make another game or another DLC or a port, and most people will eat it up simply because it's Rockstar. Rockstar has been made their money on Red Dead Redemption 1 from the PS3 and the Xbox 360 era, yet they finally gave it to us PC gamers. They finally, after all these years, 13, 14 years, only to give us a goddamn port of a game that mostly everyone has played for $50. A port, not even a little remaster. Could I afford it? Yes, of course. But that's not the principle, and you know that. To pay $50 for a port is just wild to me. Personally, even if it was a remaster, I wouldn't buy it for that high of a price. I'm just shocked. I'm just shocked how much of a slap in the face it is. I mean, we're paying top dollar to rent a license of a 2010 game port. Like, this is mind-boggling to me. The only reason these creators suddenly give a fuck about their old IPs is because they realize, hey, we could sell those and get money for it. Sure, you know, we've been asking for a remaster of a port of X, Y, and Z, and they could have gladly, you know, given it to us. You know, we would have gladly paid for it, and we asked and asked and asked, and it fell on deaf ears. Now they see that game preservation is on the rise more than ever, and they want to shut it down. Imagine that. God. I feel like the Switch emulator is to blame. I know it's a hot take. Do you really think Nintendo really only knew about, you know, Yuzu or Religence because of the subreddit? Like, I get that. Of course, they knew about it way beforehand. I just feel like they didn't decide to attack the Switch emulator until the end of the Switch 1 cycle, and you know, it had 2 dedicated emulators for it, and now the Switch 2 is on the rise. If they don't change something, then the Switch 2 could easily be hacked and dumped, you know, attacking the Switch emulator and then attacking the other emulators and websites that withstood the test of time is no coincidence. You know, call me a conspiracy theorist. They started attacking all of these websites and other emulators as soon as they attacked the Switch, and that's, I mean, what more? Like, how many coincidences do you need? You know, the Switch was the tip of the iceberg, and then everything just started to crumble. I mean, to attack Vim's site is just so crazy to me. It's been there since I was in high school, probably longer, and God, after all this time, they're gonna attack it right after, maybe like a week or two after Yuzu. Like, this shit's not, it's not a coincidence. You know, I'm truly worried about the state of game preservation, you know, with all digital media preservation, honestly. You know, when it comes to movies, anime, games, books, you know, I'm really concerned. You know, in a world where we own nothing, will we stand idly by, or will we fight to keep our digital heritage alive? That's about it, everyone. Game on, and I hope you're come back for another video.